Liverpool 5, West Ham United 2. A clinical afternoon at Anfield for Arne Slot's men, but it was a performance overall that left a lot to be desired. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be the instant match reaction to Liverpool's 5-2 victory this afternoon at Anfield over relegation candidates West Ham United. Goals from Hugo Ekitike, Virgil Van Dijk, Alexis Mac Allister, Cody Gakpo, and an own goal just to round things off were enough to put the game to bed and for Liverpool to take all 3 points on the day as they heap the pressure on the likes of Chelsea and Manchester United. A massive 3 points for Liverpool in their pursuit of Champions League football, of course. But even though the scoreline may suggest it was comfortable and it was smooth sailing for the most part for the Reds, it was pretty much anything but. It was a performance that left a lot to be desired, as I mentioned earlier. It was a performance that had a lot of holes in it, a lot of room for improvement, a typical sort of story of Liverpool's season this campaign. We're going to be looking into the performance, the result, and everything else in between. But before we get into all of that and much more, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you are new. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. And of course, I encourage each and every single one of you to get involved in the comment section down below. Use and abuse that section, people. Talk to me on how you think the game went, what they made of the performance, the result, and everything else in between. I'm sure what you have to say will make for great interest in reading, so please do use and abuse that comment section, people. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. Let's talk the performance, the result, the 5-2 win, and everything else to do with the game and beyond. Look, let's start with the positives, shall we? Liverpool got a massive 3 points. A massive, monumental 3 points in terms of top 4/top 5 race. It heaps more pressure on both Manchester United and Chelsea for tomorrow's game. I say monumental simply for the reason that, you know, points on the board mean more than games in hand, and you never know what's going to happen with both Chelsea and Man United going forward. So it could be big in terms of the top 4/top 5 Champions League qualification race. And it heaps pressure on them, like I say, before they play tomorrow. Liverpool were clinical. The goals from Hugo Ekitike, Virgil van Dijk, and Alexis Mac Allister in particular were very, very good. Very well taken from each of those men. The goals in the second half were somewhat more fortuitous. I know that Ekitike's obviously got deflected as well, but obviously he makes space for himself. It's well found by Gravenberch. He takes his goal somewhat really well, and the deflection just helps that. Sometimes you make your own luck, as I have said numerous amounts of times on this channel before. It was just a story of Liverpool being clinical and West Ham not being clinical. That is the difference of today's game. Liverpool also very good from set pieces. West Ham are not so good from defending set pieces. I think West Ham have conceded the most from set pieces this season, while Liverpool have now topped that league table in terms of scoring set pieces. So we are now officially, for at least the next 24 hours, the official title of Set Piece FC, ole ole. So enjoy that title while we have it. I personally have never had a problem, and I've always said that. So this is not like hypocrisy or anything like that. I've genuinely had no problem with scoring goals from set pieces. Never had a problem with Arsenal doing it or anybody else doing it. And now Liverpool do it against West Ham. And it opened the game up and it allowed Liverpool to, of course, get the goals at the right times to sort of put the game beyond West Ham at various points. Even though we were 3-0 up, 3-1 up, 4-1 up, and then a 5-2 up, the game, though, was never entirely comfortable. Scoring from set pieces was obviously another positive. Sacking that set piece coach was obviously something that has been a masterstroke for us these past few months. But the overall performance, other than Liverpool being clinical, like I say, had a lot of holes in it, left a lot to be desired, a lot of room for improvement. West Ham were carving us open at will, And if they had been just a better team on the day, if they had been more clinical on the day, it could have been a completely different story in general. We may not be sitting here right now with those 3 points. It could be something a lot worse for Liverpool Football Club going forward if West Ham had taken their chances. That is obviously something that has a lot left to be desired for. Like I say, great, we got the win. Great, we got 5 goals. Ekitike is back on the score sheet. He got a couple of assists to boot. Fantastic individual performance from him. Van Dijk, quality header. Mac Allister, well taken goal. The rest, meh. Great to see Jeremy Frimpong back. Absolutely incredible to see Jeremy Frimpong back. But there are still issues with this team. Our midfield is so open. Our defence make our defence and midfield make stupid errors at key times. There seems to be some sort of mentality or concentration issue at this club in which we can go from seemingly being somewhat a bit comfortable or a bit more in the ascendancy in various points in the game to then being on the back foot within an instant because one of our players makes a horrendous mistake. Individual errors almost cost us today. Alisson Becker once again proving why he is such an outstanding goalkeeper. But again, the defence, midfield, let him down again to stop him from getting a clean sheet. We have issues there. We have issues. And again, this is not exactly like it's a top club. It's not like it's an Arsenal or a Man City or anybody like that. This is a relegation candidate. With all due respect to West Ham, we know that this was potentially a banana skin waiting to happen. We know that they can be very direct. We know they can be very physical. We know that they can perform a low block, which if stubborn and resolute enough can cause us some issues and some problems, which is why the set piece goals were a massive addition for us. But at the same time, in saying all of that, they are down at the bottom of the table for a reason. They are in a relegation dogfight for a reason, West Ham. So, again, whilst this was all there for the taking, we made a massive meal of it than it really needed to be. We really, really did. Like I say, not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. We got the win, fantastic. Happy about that. But the performances, I said a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't too bothered about the performances. I just want to get the wins now. Save the performances for the Champions League, the FA Cup, get us a trophy at the end of the season. I don't know now because I'm not seeing anything sustainable. And I haven't all season. But as our expectations have obviously dipped from being title contenders to now in a top 4, top 5 race, I just want something from this team. I want something from this manager that's different, that actually gives me some sort of hope that maybe we can go and get our 7th Champions League title, that we can maybe get an FA Cup. I know a lot of people will scoff at the idea of an FA Cup, but don't knock it. It's not enough to keep Slot in the job if he wins it. Don't get me wrong, unless obviously he wins both trophies. But don't knock the FA Cup. Still a trophy that I would like to win. But when I see performances like this, it doesn't fill me with much hope. It makes me think that we are a ticking time bomb. We are a game away from imploding, exploding, whatever the case may be. We are a ticking time bomb because our performances aren't up to standard. And like I say, today, if it wasn't for set pieces, a little bit of good fortune and some clinical finishing, which, let's face it, hasn't exactly been consistent for us this season, we may be looking at this game very, very differently. Very, very differently. Slot once again escapes with a win. Liverpool escape with a win. But it doesn't... it strangely doesn't feel like it. It weirdly does not feel like it. And 5-2, a lot of teams will be happy to take a 5-2. I look at some of the other games that happened today. The incredible 4-3 with Brentford. The controversial end to that game, by the way, was bizarre. I look at the 3-2 between Everton and Newcastle. It was crazy. And we're the ones that are sat here as winners, winning the game seemingly on the surface of it comfortably by 3 goals, a 3-goal margin. And I seriously can't tell you, like, I'm ecstatic about it. I'm happy that we got the win. Don't get me wrong, I am so happy we got the win. But the performance, the individuals in certain cases, it's so weird. It's so weird in limbo of good and bad. Like I say, Ekitike gets a goal and an assist. Very good from him today to obviously get back some of that confidence that he's been lacking these past couple of games. Thank God that a chance arrived at his feet rather than his head. That's all I'm saying about that. But yes, very good that he got his confidence back today with a goal and a couple of assists to boot. Van Dijk header, solid from set pieces yet again. Mac Allister, back-to-back goals for him. Fantastic. Other than that, Jeremy Frimpong's return to the squad, brilliant. Love to see Jeremy Frimpong. Now just please, for the life of me, stay fit. Please, Frimpong, stay fit. Because when you're in the squad, it makes such a difference. Other than that, I can't think of too many other positives other than Alisson Becker, of course. I really, really can't. It was fine. It was mediocre. It wasn't anything spectacular. It wasn't anything completely terrible. It was just poor in certain stages. Like I say, West Ham finished with an XG higher than us, and we scored 5. They only scored 2. That shows you how bizarre and weird this game was. I think it's time we took Ryan Gravenberch out of the squad for a bit. I think he needs some sort of rest or something to re-energise the batteries. I remember him going through a bit of a period last year, similar sort of time, where his performance has completely dipped. Now, I'm not saying Gravenberch has been amazing all season, far from it. But there are times, especially in this game and in recent games, where I've been like, this guy is he's cooked. He's so cooked. He needs to drop out for a few games, come off the bench, or even just sit out completely. Like, he is so cooked. He is so cooked. Gravenberch needs to sit out. Cody Gakpo masks his performance today with a goal. The miss, the sitter from about 5 yards out, which he puts into Rosed. Unbelievable. Unbelievable for all the wrong reasons. The goal he scores, fortuitous. He masks his performance with a fortunate goal. Look, I don't have an agenda. I don't sit here and criticise for the sake of criticising. This guy needs to drop out. The fact that Rio Engamoa and Federico Chiesa come on every single time in cameo appearances, whether it's for 1 minute or whether it's for 20, 25 minutes, and they put in better performances than this guy in less time than what he has, just says it all to me. The fact that Slot does not give them opportunities or more minutes, the fact that he is seemingly the first name on the team sheet is laughable to me. I don't get why this guy is still being picked and the first choice on the team sheet seemingly every week. That's a problem. Like I said, Gravenberch is becoming a problem for me. Gakpo is becoming a problem for me. Mo Salah again. Poor game from him. I think we're in the we're on the sunset of Salah, I believe. I would be surprised if he's still here next season. I really, really would. And that's not to say that it's like a disrespectful thing. Get rid of the guy. It's a thank you. Give him a statue. Give him all the accolades, all the plaudits. Give him the key to the city if you have to, whatever. But, like, thank you. But I think it's time that we both move on. I think that's probably the case for Mo Salah, to be perfectly honest with you, because again, it wasn't a great performance from Mo today either. But yeah, it's such a weird situation, man. It's such a weird situation. We get the win, and a good win at that, but we're not sat here going crazy over it. We're not sat here thinking that, you know, we've moved mountains and we've done miraculous stuff. We're sat here going, we want more. And that may sound greedy. That may sound, you know, a bit spoiled. But you can't do what we've done this year and not want a bit more from the team, a bit more from the club, something different from the manager. He has the tools, but it's just not being used to the best of their efficiency. But look, the bottom line here is that Liverpool were clinical. Liverpool got the win. Massive 3 points. Big pressure on both Chelsea and Man United to get results tomorrow now. So that could heap a little bit more pressure on the Arsenal-Chelsea game. Could also heap a bit more pressure on Man United, who obviously take on Crystal Palace. Everton also won today. Aston Villa dropped points on Friday. So the race for Europe is very much on for all of these teams. And it is going to be a massively intense race from now until the end of the season. And of course, Brentford, as I mentioned earlier, got a somewhat fortuitous victory over Burnley, despite being 3-0 up at one point and being pegged back to 3-3. They managed to win 4-3 in a 7-goal thriller overall. And that is where we're going to end this. Liverpool get the win. 5-2 against West Ham. Big win for the Reds. Clinical from the Reds. Set piece FC, ole ole. But the performance certainly needs improvement. Thanks everyone for watching. As always, these are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys are thinking and feeling though, so drop your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, in the comment section down below. Use and abuse that section, people, and talk to me on the performance and result of Liverpool Football Club today. Would love to hear what you have to say. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way out if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things are always and forever be greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another instant match reaction to Liverpool 5, West Ham United 2 at Anfield. Thanks everyone for watching and listening. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your night. Speak to you all again very, very soon.